ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leam.
Good evening and welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leam, the show where I take a panel of 4 comedians and subject them to an hour's worth of awkward and stupid questions. But they're not all written by me. I want some from you as well. Put your comments on for your questions for the panel in the audience. More cringe, the better. Particularly if you know one of them as well. You're going to know the dirt. And answer along with us as we go along. So give us a share, a retweet, or subscribe to us on YouTube, please. So I've actually got my own URL now. So I've reached that level of importance. Yeah. And if you're not watching on one of those, then go to one of the others and subscribe there as well. My Facebook page at Alex Leam Stand Up. Follow me on Twitter at Alex Leam and search for Alex Leam on YouTube. If you're not watching live and you're watching the replay, comment still and let us know where and at what time you're watching, because I'm genuinely interested. But do join us live Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. And my new favourite thing, are you watching this on a proper TV? Because some of you are. And at this point, I ask for you to go and get your phone and take a photo of you watching on a proper TV and then send me the picture. So if you've got your phone ready, all right, get ready and take a picture in 3, 2, 1. You got that? Okay. Nice. That's got to be the longest callback joke I have ever done in my life. Support the show if you're enjoying it, please. Well, I know everyone's a bit skint at the minute, but if you're not, if you're an eccentric millionaire, you want to donate, scan this QR code here. I'll instantly donate a £5 or donate any amount to paypal.me/Alex Leam and kofi.com/Alex Leam as well. All donations will be divided up and split against tonight's panel. So it's time to bring them on. So could you please welcome Kerry Robinson, Rebecca Turner, Nathan Jones, and Jay Sandu. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Excellent.
Hi.
Cool. We are all here. StreamYard glitching like a bastard before we came on. So normally I would start the show off these last couple of weeks saying if you know one of the panel, then send a photo to them throughout the show. But this week, don't. For the love of God, don't. Because I think nobody's laptop worked. Everyone's on their phones. So don't send anything. Whatever you do. We are hanging on by a thread, tech-wise. We've got loads of people watching and commenting already, saying hello. So John Morris, he's on board. Hello, John. Some of the regulars, Roger Poulter, George Coppin, Greg Phillips. Yes, Greg, I did use your photo in the beginning there. Ian Bowden. Ian Bowden is here. Ian, I thought you were watching the wrestling, Ian. We're honoured. Daniel Lythe, Jordan Stokes, Amy Cooper. Nice. Daniel enjoying the Greg Phillips photo, like, and Anne-Marie Hughes. Cool. Excellent. So, loads of people watching, and we'll crack on to the first question, which actually was pre-submitted by Greg before the show started. So I think this was Tuesday. So I think this is the earliest submission of a viewer question we've ever had. So Greg wants to know, and this is Greg, in case you don't know, there he is. Joe Biden has removed Trump's Diet Coke button from the Oval Office desk because apparently he just used to press a button and some lackey came in with a Diet Coke for him. So what would you make a button on
Alex,
your desk? Right.
Alex, I didn't hear lackey when you said that. My head went straight to somewhere else.
Oh, wow. Of all the ways to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Minion. Minion.
Like an actual, like a little, like Bob, or are we talking?
Probably. Yeah. So somebody came in with a Diet Coke, but if you had something which could be summoned instantly on your desk, I'm trying to gloss over that because I'm getting flushed now at the thought of the mishearing. So what button would you have on your desk, Jay? We'll go to you first, Jay. What button would you have to make something?
I think it would just quite simply be different forms of halloumi.
Oh.
If I press it, a random form of pre-approved halloumi just comes out to me.
Okay, so you'd have a list. So let's say what would your list be? Say four different types. 4 different ways, what would they be?
Oh, right. I'd go for a good peri peri.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a Greek style, like with the flavors and everything, the spices, the sauces and everything like that. I'd go for this is going to sound really big-headed, but I'd go for my jerk sauce on the halloumi, because that's good as well. And then I'd just go for a plain, just normal, like griddled or grilled halloumi. Nothing else going on with it. They'd be my 4. Well, I'd have more. Nice. I could talk about cheese forever if you want me to. But
I think that could be a whole different podcast. Jay talks about cheese. So, Nath, we'll come to you next. If you had a button on your desk that would summon things to you, what would you have?
I think, to be honest with you, like, can I have a button that summons someone in particular? Because I just want, I legitimately would like a button that if I was like at my desk, especially if it was in the Oval Office, and I was having important meetings, and say you just you just slam someone on trade negotiations. Imagine if you could have like a Beyonce button. You press the button and Beyonce would turn up, and she would just she would own the room, and you'd be like, back in dance with Beyonce, and she would. I would want that to make.
That's I like that. I like that. Yeah.
I would like a Beyonce summoning button. Which I'm not keeping her as a slave. We're not going back to what we thought you said. She's being paid. She's being paid very well. But it just summons her.
Oh.
Okay, that's. I've got a funny feeling some rumours going to go around now. So if you heard Alex is a massive racist,
they've been circulating for years, mate.
Kerry, we'll come to you next, seeing as you heartily agreed with Jay on the halloumi, but what else did you say?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got teenage children, so I don't need lackeys. They're like my paid...
Minions. We're calling them minions, so no more slip-ups.
Minions, minions, or just children, that I like to call them. They bring me things anyway. So I would also get a button to summon somebody. It'd actually be 2 people. Do you remember when Ed Balls did that routine of Gangnam Style on Strictly?
Right. Yeah.
Summon that, because it really cheers me up every time I see it.
Yeah. I thought for a second you're going to talk about the time he tweeted his own name.
Ed Balls Day? That's the best day of the year.
That is cool. That's cool. Rebecca, your summoning button, what would you have?
I think for my summoning button, what I would like to do is, I think it'd be really quite cool to summon up like Bill and Ted, because they've got they're going back in time functions, and they can they have contacts with death. So in a way, they're essentially the world's best PR and the world's best time traveler. So they could meet Kennedy and be I talk to Kennedy, and then they could talk to the new president and be so dude, we've talked to Kennedy, and he's just doing and it'd be just it'd be some just this mad a personal assistant. It'd be amazing, I think.
Kudos on the impression as well. That really brought it to life for everybody. Personally, I would say because I work freelance, so I'm desk bound for most of the day. So if I had a button that summoned a black coffee and a physiotherapist, sort of on a half-hourly basis, because I'm sitting quite a lot of the day, but I've got a lot that I need to get done. So if it's somebody that comes in with a coffee and then sort of stretches me out a bit, sort of lay down the floor, legs up, there we go. All right, okay, you go back to it. So that would be me. That would be me. I thought, looking at the comments, halloumi would be a complete clean sweep. I'm sort of nervous about saying the wrong thing, so now I am stumbling over my words now. So George is giving me some jip on this already. New show from Alex Leam, All Good Racist Time.
I'm here for that. If you need someone to be on that show, I'm here for that one as well.
Greg is backing you all the way with the cheese. Anne-Marie Hughes, however, is against halloumi is the devil's cheese.
Wow. Yes. What?
Yeah, she's not liking it at all.
I mean, then I'm down with the devil then.
Nice. Ooh, nice.
Nice. Okay. So Greg, enjoying the attention from his photo from the other week when he was on the show. He is hashtag feeling famous. Nice. Yellow Minions loving the idea. I've got a funny thing now. Regular viewer and sometimes panelist Roger Poulter is terrible with names. He either mispronounces or spells them incorrectly. Let's see who he's trying to talk about. He says, "Is it me or does Jake look like Max Headroom undigitized?" Roger, who the fuck's Jake?
Who's Max Headroom?
Did you mean Jay?
Shut up, Jay.
Who's Max Headroom? Should I know who that is?
Channel 4 in the 80s.
No idea.
Nothing.
I feel so old now.
Anne-Marie is going to vote for Brie.
Fair enough. I got no qualms with that. Fair enough.
Brie, it's like having a crush on Ryan Gosling. So bland. Why bother with Brie? Honestly. Roger with his up-to-date references, too young for Headroom. I never thought we'd have a debate about Halloumi and Max Headroom. This is why I love this show. It's like barely 15 minutes in, and it's as random as anything. So we've got some viewer questions building up. Keep them coming in. We'll come to those in just a second. Next question. Inspired by a pre-show chat, we were talking about the woman that appeared on Sky News this week with a dildo on her bookcase. So, question for all the panel: what's the weirdest thing that's behind you?
I was frightened that it was going to be just what's the weirdest thing you've ever shoved up your, and I was just like,
yeah.
That's I'm not that graphic. Maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes I've calmed it down.
The weirdest thing I've got behind me.
What have I got?
I mean, you've got the slow cooker, Jay, but you are in.
Yeah.
You are in the kitchen.
I'm in my mum's kitchen as well. So
in context, that's not. I've got loads of random shit here because I've gone full on streaming wanker while I'm away. So I guess my pineapple ice bucket is the weirdest thing I've got behind me.
Oh, I like that.
I've got such an uninteresting background.
As it's Jay's
not necessarily behind me, but I've got a book from my university days, which is an absolute rip-roaring read about cognitive science.
Cognitive science.
Nice. There you go.
I've got a on my shelf. I have a signed picture of Bianca Del Rio.
Amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Have you met them?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous now.
So yeah,
that's pretty good. I can't win.
That's really cool.
That's nice.
Excellent. Anyone else to declare still? No, you were looking long and hard there, Jay. Have you drawn a blank?
I've just got rum. Is all I've got behind me, and it's almost finished.
Nice. On tonight's episode of Awkward Turnaround Time, thanks, Greg. More debate on the cheese. Brie is well posh. All right, is she? It's not a class war.
I'm from Bradford. It's not posh. It's a standard.
I was going to say there's much posher cheeses.
There is way posh cheeses.
Gray Whistler is watching, telling me to yellow card Roger. I think that merits it. Yeah.
Yellow card. You have been warned.
Yeah, Rog. Yeah. He almost expects it, to be honest. Right, let's have a look at some viewer questions. Hang on. Ian Bowden. I think Alex wins. That pale old woman floating behind him is weird. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Stuart winning anatomy. The weirdest thing behind me is my spinal column. All right. Whatever. I've just noticed Ian's comment from the previous question. I'd have a button to give Melania an orgasm.
Photos?
No, that would work. Okay. Viewer question from Ian. Using your first name, the last sexual act you performed, and your mother's maiden name, What's your wrestler's name? So that's your first name, last sexual act you performed, and mother's maiden name. So for me, it'll be Alex Reverse Cowgirl Sadler.
That's a solid name. I like it.
That makes me sound like a country and western star. Well, then it's another one of Ian's expertise. Kerry, you next.
That's going to be Kerry Blowjob Brooke.
Amazing.
Standard.
Jay.
That's nice. Sounds very Regency. Sorry, Jay, carry on.
Is that me at that point?
Yes, you next, Jay.
I think mine would be Jay Spider-Man Rana.
Oh, that's a fucking good name.
That's cool.
Spider-Man.
I'm going to Google that while we carry on.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Got it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you have to shout. You have to shout thwip. You have to shout thwip, otherwise it doesn't count as well. Like thwip.
Do you know what? that decade where I was married, I missed so much. I really did. There's lots of development in the sack that I've missed out on. I'm just catching up now. Rebecca, your wrestler name.
Just one thing I was wondering, over the last sexual act, are people using the actual things that they did do, or like a kind of jokey one?
Your call. Entirely
okay,
your call.
I'll just go truthful. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what you have here, I quite like it's Rebecca the masturbator. York.
And finally, Nath.
I don't know. I guess Nathan chewing the pillow, Brooker. I guess, like, if I'm honest.
I could even hear that over the tannoy. Nathan,
like, you think you can hear it? Ask about my bloody neighbours. That's why I'm having to chew the fucking thing.
Nice. It's
Do you know what the weird thing was? So, like, whenever I do these streams, my boyfriend always says the same thing. You won't talk about me. I'm like, why would you ever come up?
Nice. Roger does make a good point that we have all just given away security answers. So if anyone's trying to scam us, this was the point.
No.
I've got nothing. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, so we take your point, Roger. But on the other hand, we're all skint. So scam away. Keep your questions coming in, please. More the merrier. On to our next question. What technology makes you irrationally angry? Now, this could. Nath boiling over already. I sense you have a few to hand already, Nath.
No, just because it was this week. The fucking software they use that you input your tax return on, it couldn't be worse if it tried. It drove me mad. Like, literally, like, I am an honest person, and I know I have fiddled my taxes because it was fucking easier. Because it's just an absolute nightmare trying to fit. It drove me absolutely insane. And you've lit the fire. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Okay.
This sounds like the Jimmy Carr defense.
I cite the Jimmy Carr defense. So the tax return software, Jay.
Now stick with me here, but pre-grated cheese.
Floury.
Floury, yeah.
It's just fucking horrible, and I don't know why anyone would do it. And I just anyone watching, I do talk about things other than cheese, but pre-grated cheese, like, it genuinely infuriates me and just angers me. Yeah.
I do. I mean, there's a point with the technology with ready meal packaging where you just think, you lazy bastard.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because sometimes I see it and I just think, whatever would possess somebody to buy and you can get this in Tesco, a frozen cheese toasty.
What?
And I bet it tastes shit as well.
No,
but
do you know what?
Leam,
I blame Tesco for selling that shit.
Yes.
But Alex, didn't you once buy a pre-frozen omelette to eat on camera?
Why? Yes, I did.
And I know
That's
that
research and entertainment, though.
That's a nice segue into the web series called nicely retitled Skin Food Critic, which has recently come back. Yes, so that's where so I have a connoisseur-like knowledge of really awful cheap food tech. Although I have found out recently that the Aldi microwavable kebab's quite nice. So I do recommend that. How the hell did we get onto this? Oh yeah, technology. That's right. Yeah. So Jay with the cheese, the frozen cheese toasty and the frozen cheese omelette is not my main one. The one that's really winding me up recently is with Apple phones. The recent update where they turn your music down.
Oh yeah.
Yes. If you my main exercise is I go out walking, so I go out walking with headphones on, listening to music. I don't think it's not like thudding. I don't have an earache afterwards, but I hear this beeping noise. My music goes down, and I see a notification going, "We have turned your music down to avoid ear strain." It's like my phone's turned into this perky little intern that's trying a bit too hard. So it's just like, I want it at that level, to the point that I even tweeted Apple today saying, "Dear Apple, if I sign a waiver promising not to sue if my hearing's damaged, will you stop turning my fucking music down without my asking? It's that volume for a reason. I want it loud."
To drown out your voices.
Yes.
Updating whether they come back, whether there's if you can actually do that, is that is really annoying. It's like, you're not my fucking mother. Shut up.
Yeah.
Do you think Apple will fix your issue by just like adding, like personally sending you a second downloadable album of U2, a second one?
At full volume.
Yeah, full volume. No.
Which no one wants.
No.
No one wants that.
No. Oh God, no. No. So Kerry, I think we found a kindred tech hate. Have you got any?
Yeah. That's annoying. It's anything that has to do with my son's Xbox Live account, because it drives me. It's my account, and whenever he wants to do anything on it, I end up getting embroiled in having to try and sign on about 23 times, and it's just annoying. So that is the thing that really irritates me. Maybe it's my son rather than the Xbox Live account, but he might be watching this. He's one of my Facebook friends. Sorry, Jack.
That's yeah. You got OneDrive. Don't get me started on OneDrive. Oh God. George is with you all the way. Nathan says, "I agree on the tax. Fucking irritating." Roger, whose day job is an accountant, I think he's trying to offer his services to you. He's still a bit bitter about getting people's names wrong, though. I did have to point that out. It's too good not to. How dare they turn your music down? Music is life. Damn straight. Ian Bowden shouts at Alexa because she thinks I pronounced my own name wrong. Yeah, I did read that right. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, wow. I've just noticed this from the previous question. John, Alex's mum Morris. Wow. Just wow.
Hold on. Is that a sex act? Alex's mum?
To Google that.
John, can you explain that sex act? Because I've never heard of that before.
John, don't listen to
can
it.
we?
Don't listen to it. Wires and Cables and Daniel Lythe. Graham agreeing with me on the OneDrive. My OneDrive synced incorrectly and corrupted 67 hours of Football Manager save. Graham's been really busy since last March. Actually, I say March. It's probably January, isn't it? Yeah.
Graham, did you not cloud save that shit on Football Manager? Like that. Like the first thing I've done on mine is activate cloud save. So if anyone destroys my laptop, my data is still there because it'd be the the worst thing for me to lose in my entire life.
Jordan Stokes has got a song for you, Jay. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Everybody's looking for Stilton. I travelled the world in the seven breeze.
Love it. Fucking love it.
It's beautiful.
That's for you, Jordan. That's for you. That's for you. Great. No. Yeah. Thanks, Jay. Yeah. I think we're winding Graham up now in abstentions. So, on to our next question. Viewers, keep your questions coming in, please. Oh, sorry. I've forgotten you. Sorry.
I was just saying, for the technology, I would say that it's probably Snapchat. Because I'm not quite sure, I'm not sure how it fits into like the scale of social medias, because it's not Instagram-y really, but at the same time it's not really TikTok-y. So I'm not sure how it really fits in, and I can't get it to work. Because it used to be different, and then they changed to like a weird thing that you scan, but the scan doesn't work, and now I don't understand how to use it, and I didn't like it anyway. But I don't understand how Snapchat works. Please tell me.
I've got no idea as well. That arrived at an age where I'm happy that certain social medias just like what it's not for me. It's not for me. Although I think TikTok's going to kill it off in it. Quite likely. Jordan, not happy with my reading of his cheese song. He's put, at least fucking sing it.
Go, Alex, go for it. Go for it. Sing it, Alex.
Okay. All right. I need to get the... I'll find it up again. Hang on. Anne-Marie Hughes is with you all the way. What is all this TikTok-y Snapchattiness? I was born in the 70s. I struck with the 80s. I'm still on MySpace. I've put the lyrics up again, Jordan. I can't find them. So, right, where we go on to our next question, which is actually we're sticking with the social media. We'll go for this one. Have you ever posted something online to deliberately annoy your ex? You don't say it outright in the post, but there's a subtext there where you're looking to pee somebody off.
I've posted stuff to piss people off, but not an ex.
Okay, all right. So what was your say a post to piss somebody off? What was your intention? What were you trying to do? Well,
you know, during all of the All Lives Matter campaigns that were going off.
Oh right.
Someone had posted that horses' lives matter, and was hashtagging that. So it wasn't even that indirect. I posted something along the lines of, I'm really glad that all of these people that think horses' lives matter are vegan, because it's nice to see that they're looking after all animals. And yeah, I got a couple of unfollows off that, but I think that's the closest thing I've done.
Okay. Well, anybody else doesn't have to necessarily be an ex.
Well, I did something. It wasn't it wasn't subtle, but it was to piss off an ex.
Okay. What did you do?
Basically, so my ex used to be this is such a stereotype. So my ex used to collect like Alice in Wonderland stuff. He was like really into that. He was a dancer. He was a wanker. Literally. And he definitely knows what I'm talking about him now. So he split up with me. He split up with me because I'm not a dancer. And what I'd done was I bought for him pre that. This was like 6 months before Christmas, but I'd seen a really cool like Mad Hatter teapot. And he like drinks tea all the time, and I was like, he loves Alice in Wonderland collecting stuff. So I bought it anyway. So it arrived, and I was like, oh fuck this. So I dropped it on the floor, and it broke. So I took a picture. I just took a picture of it and put it on social media, and was like, does anyone know how to fix this at all? And then like a few people were like, you could super glue it, do this, that, and the other. And I went, do you know what? Worthless. I'll just chuck it in the bin. And That was a very sort of petty vindictive. I'd like to say, oh, I was young, I've grown up. Oh, do that again tomorrow.
Nice. Rebecca, what about you?
Okay, no. This is, it's kind of to piss people off, but it's also kind of I don't know if it's fully pissing people off, but I found on, it's gonna make sense, but on Twitter I found a photo of like Jamie Callum, is it Jamie Callum? Yeah, and Jamie Callum, the piano playing singer dude, and he was having like a virtual tour, advertising a tour for like a different, like next year or something, and I was just, it sparked like inspiration in me, and I just thought it was on, I think actually it might have been on Facebook, and I think I commented something like just, I don't know if it was to piss people off, but he was just, because Jamie always looks so sad, so I put like, is he okay? I know it's not crazy, but I just wanted to ride the like subtle, like ride that subtle stream, and just, because I like to subtly piss people off if I do it online, or if I see someone being a bit of a nonce. It wasn't like deliberately like throwing something on the floor or being like cool. It wasn't a cool way, but I just wanted to be subtle.
Gradually getting under someone's skin.
Yeah.
Bigger repercussions later on down the line.
Maybe.
Evil genius. Nice. Kerry.
I wasn't subtle in the slightest.
Oh, good.
Get
comfy, everyone.
I commented on a YouTube clip of my ex-husband because he was on Mastermind and he got the lowest ever score for a specialist subject. That was Jim Carrey, by the way. The film's of Jim Carrey, and he scored 1 point, and he made quite a name for himself at the time. I wasn't married to him at this point, split up, so I found it fucking hilarious. And so this clip was on YouTube. It's Disaster Mind, if you want to Google it. Brilliant. And I just basically liked a YouTube comment saying, imagine being married to that man, because he was awful. And then his current girlfriend, he's still with now, got really annoyed with me and sent me some YouTube comments back because I'd been mean. There we go.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Amazing. Amazing. There's several, I've noticed, Disaster Mind clips. I'll have a shifty later. I'd say that since my Decree Absolute came through last August, a heavy chunk of what I've put up has got the subtext of so I can't isolate one in particular, but there has been quite a lot of like, who's laughing now? So Ian, back to the comments. Ian, we need more information. Does messaging someone to tell them you wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire count as a post? We want to know more. Ian is quite a passive. Well, it strikes me as quite passive. That's quite strong for Ian. Very strong. Let me know more.
That's not subtle. That's not subtle.
Not at all.
That's really not subtle.
Not at all. He knows the clip as well that you were talking about. The clip was on a Channel 5 special on quiz programs recently. So I love it. I love when the viewers get on board. Nice. Jordan's posted the lyrics back up, so here goes. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Everybody's looking for Stilton. I traveled the world and the seven breeze. I was about to sing that last bit, but no, it says I think I deserve a rim shot. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Actually, is that good? I think we need a round of applause sound effect for future. So that'll be So imagine there we go. Oh, we could just applaud. Why should I overcomplicate things? Dear me. Right. Anne-Marie Hughes is googling Disaster Mind later.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, Daniel Lythe. I sometimes search people's Facebook posts for one that a question, got no likes, got no replies, and I comment. Guess that's a no then. Has anyone else ever been tempted to put as a reply, and this is true of a lot of posts. Just put nobody cares. So often.
The thing is, it's always super because like that's me. I like post. You post a picture of food and 20,000 people comment. You're like, can anybody come and help me do this? And nothing. You're like, okay.
Nothing.
There's, as I'm sure you've all seen it. There's so many times somebody posts on various Facebook comedy forums where you're just like, oh, fuck off. It's like there's no one's commenting. It's just like, oh, nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit.
Just turn your creative juices to something else where you can't gig and just get a fucking life. So, honestly. Right.
Get our back, Alex.
That's been building up for a while. There's been...
Oh, man.
You can tell there's quite a lot of I can't gig frustration building over. It's just like, oh, turn your computer off and have a wank. God's sake. Anyway, George Coppin is back on with a cheese-related question. He wants to know, where does string cheese come on the ladder of best cheeses? Jay.
Do you know what? It's not like a high-ranking cheese, but I'm not gonna lie. If you handed me a cheese string, I would be loving the next 5 minutes of my life.
No,
because the cheese taste of it, I know is like down here, so I'm not expecting a lot, but it's fun to play with.
my boyfriend buys them just to annoy me because he knows I hate them. Like, ooh, look at this plastic cheese. It's disgusting.
Do you not even like a bit of plastic cheese on a burger?
No.
So pre-packed grated cheese, no. String cheese, yes.
Yeah.
Bring me the plastic cheese.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't like for ages. So I never had cheese strings when I was a kid. This isn't like a sob story, you know. Just never had cheese strings as a kid. And so the first time I had a cheese strings, like it was with it was on like an event day thing I was doing, and it was in like a little packed lunchbox with sandwiches and stuff, and there was like a little snack cheese, and I'd never seen one before, so I was just eating it like just sort of taking big chunks out of it, and then I got irrationally angry with the person next to me because I was like, it's not string, it's like rope, it's thick, and then they informed me that you could just peel it off, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was eating it like rope. It was going, yeah.
Nice. This has sparked off more cheese questions. Do cheese triangles count as cheese?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Yeah.
Okay, Anne-Marie Hughes is making a connection I don't think anyone else would have done with themes that have come up tonight. Sorry, I'm now thinking of string cheese and Spider-Man. Making the web, don't hate me, I have a content.
I mean that's a totally different type of cheese, to be fair.
We don't hate you. I'm just wondering what took you so long to find this show. You're in good company here. It's fine. Consider this your new home. It's fine.
Would cottage cheese be like the perfect consistency of cheese for that like imagery? A little bit of chunkiness, a little bit of the old chunky chunks.
Chunky?
Yeah.
Yeah, cottage cheese.
Chunky.
No, the
chunky. What just chunky? What's I think
chunky cheese?
Whoever's cheese you are receiving, I think you need to take them to the doctor.
Yeah.
If
it's chunky, I don't think it should be.
There's now a debate. There's now a debate on baby bells. Right, audience, if you could get back to asking non-cheese related awkward questions, that would be great. Why they call baby bells when there's no mama bells? I don't know, Paula. I've never been that bored.
That's a good point, though. Yeah. Why is there no mama bell?
Well, because wheels of cheese covered in wax are called bells of cheese.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh, don't come in like facts.
It's boring. It's actually accurate.
I was blown.
I was 28. I was 28 before I realised that you get normal sized cheddars. I thought mini cheddars were the only ones you could get.
It's fair.
Like genuinely, I didn't realise you could get normal sized cheddars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can.
I mean, it didn't change my life because they're worse. But yeah.
Right. Okay. There's now people talking about their favourite cheeses ever. We've dedicated about 20 minutes.
Flavoured cheese.
Yeah,
Tabasco flavoured cheese sounds good.
20 minutes.
Does actually?
Or does it sound?
Sounds incredible.
Goober? Oh God, I can't believe I just said that.
Wow.
Oh,
that was.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to have a yellow card, mate.
Yellow card. You have been warned.
Oh, that was awful. I can only apologise for that really, really awful pun. Talking of really awful puns, the cheese puns have started. Happy days.
Yay!
Graham, that doesn't count. Greg Phillips, cheese strings are fun to do.
Rimshot. Denied.
Denied. That's a stretch. That is a stretch way too far. All right. Okay. Let's have a look. More comments coming in.
I mean, I'm going to be disappointed if they're not cheese related.
I know. We all are.
Boring but factually accurate is a great tagline. Yes, that's true. What connects his show and Alex's time as a DJ? Cheese.
Yay.
Cheese and a lack of advancement. Favourite cheese was the one Wallace cut into the moon in that film.
Wensleydale.
Yeah. That's a cracking
Brilliant
impression there, Rebecca. Well done.
Okay, John has an actual question that is related. Tell me your cheesiest joke.
Oh, right.
Okay, go on, Joe.
I've got one. Although you probably have heard it before. What do you call cheese that isn't your cheese?
I don't know.
Nacho cheese.
That was going to be my joke, Jay.
We'll get that and bonus points for having a cheese related one. Okay, I want to move away from the comments now because this is the oddest it's ever been with the cheese related stuff.
I'm sorry about that. I feel like that's all my fault.
This well, what can I say? What can I say? Next question: have you ever been on TV? If so, give details. Kerry, we've heard the story of your ex being on TV, but of you?
No. Well, my name's been mentioned on TV, and it's related to my ex-husband because he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I was one of his phone friends.
Ah.
So, he didn't ask me; he asked somebody else, but I got mentioned on TV.
Does he keep giving quiz shows a go? Despite the fact he's crap at them.
Well, he wasn't crap on that one. He won £250,000, so
whoa,
did all right. I left shortly afterwards.
Okay,
with 125,000.
Yes.
Bravo. Quarter of that, and didn't have.
Yeah, that. See ya.
Cool.
See ya. No, I don't think I've been on TV.
Rebecca, come to you next.
Okay, so this is similar to your story, Kerry. It's quite similar. That I wasn't actually on TV, but I got a special mention, and it was in the early 2000s. Does anyone? I know you might be a bit too old or a bit young. I don't know, but do you remember that show? It was it was Anthony Ant, and it was like a cartoon about an ant. Okay, yeah. Basically, there was this competition where people sent in drawings, ant-themed drawings, and my drawing I sent in was an ant version of Anthony Worrell Thompson. And so I didn't win the normal prize. I won the special Friday prize, and Dick from Dick and Dom read my name out on CBBC, and I got the Friday prize, and it was amazing. It was Dick from Dick and Dom read my name out. It was a really just cheesy drawing of Anthony Worrell Thompson, but Anthony.
The bar's been raised.
That's amazing.
That story now.
Incredible.
The bar's been raised.
So cool. We got merch. Got lots of BBC merch, a hoodie and a little backpack.
Oh, bravo. Nath, what about yourself?
Sort of twice. The first one is just boring. I was on Scottish TV on the late night thing once, which was watched by fewer people than I'm currently talking to. and, really rocking it. But the second one, I was an extra in a film called Welcome to the Punch, which had James McAvoy in, and I was literally it was the only scene I was in was everyone. It was on a plane, so everyone was on a plane. The plane was full of extras, and then the actors were at the front. And there was a bit where one of the actors got he was like trying to flee the country, but I think he was like internally bleeding. I haven't actually seen the full film. And so he gets so he gets up and starts shouting, and then runs down the aisle past everyone because he's at the front, and the stewardesses are trying to stop him and stuff. So we just got told to look a bit kind of like, oh, what's going on? Very kind of British. But I had like a window seat, and I was like, I've never really get fucking seen on this. But what I did was I proper like giraffe the shit out of it. You can just see literally I genuinely can't believe they didn't cut it. When you really look at it, you're like, that one guy is just shot up out of his seat and he's doing that. And that yeah, literally. And I was like, I'm going to milk this. And then what was quite funny about that day was they filmed that at like 10 o'clock at night, and then they were like, we'll do some other things, and then we stayed around until 7 o'clock in the morning. And they didn't film another thing, and then I work at 8. This was about 10 years ago.
Oh, harsh.
Yeah, madness.
Harsh. Jay, what about you?
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, but I used to be a secondary school teacher, and I ran a Taskmaster club, as in like Alex Horn and Greg Davis Taskmaster club, and for the launch of their new season, the one show we're having them both on, and they like contacted me with one or two other teachers to come onto the show. So like in the afternoon, I was teaching algebra, then jumped on a train, went down to London, and was on the one show. You can find this. The ridiculousness of this clip is on my Twitter. And on the show, we got given a task, which was to unravel a roll of sellotape and put it into a lunchbox. But they decided while they was doing this, they was going to try and interview us. So I'm stood there trying to wrap this sellotape out of it. They're asking me what I teach. While this is happening, like I'm Sikh, so I've got a gutta, which I had on obviously at the time, which the sellotape got wrapped around and trapped in, and then I dropped the sellotape, and it just kind of like flew out of my hand, and I think it almost hit Angelica Bell, and all the way through this, they're still trying to ask me questions. And then I got halfway through that and the time was running out, and I realized, shit, my hand is engulfed in like an infinity gauntlet level of sellotape, and I couldn't do. And then I spent the next minute just trying to rip it off my hand, pulling all the hair off as I was going, and I didn't even win. Although the thing I'm most annoyed about is I put it in the box, shut the lid and everything. The person that won, his lunchbox wasn't closed when the time went out, and I was not happy. If there was a prize, you would have seen a grown man kick off on TV. But, yeah, if you want to watch that, go onto my Twitter. It's my pinned tweet, because I feel like more people need to see me fail at taking. Although post, I've realised the easiest way to have done that would have been to like crush the tube of sellotape and just take the middle out and just pop it in. But I realised that like a day after.
Benefit of hindsight. We're gonna have to launch a new bit to the show now. Further viewing. So that's Mastermind and the One Show. So for me, a couple of times I've told the first story, this one once before, so I'll just skim over it. My first time ever emceeing a gig at an open mic night ended up on You've Been Framed.
I saw that.
Yes.
Was it your set, Alex?
No, it wasn't my set. There was this geezer who was pilled off his face. There's no two ways of saying it. Mate of Jim and Louis, mate. So you that probably gives you the idea. He finished his set.
He fell.
Yeah, I mean, the stage wasn't that big. He finished his set by going, knock, knock, did a mic drop. And as he went to go, he stacked it and went, poof, like that. But he was so out of it, he didn't feel that he broke his ankle. He didn't twig till the next morning. He got up and walked off as well. So then you just see me in the background coming to pick the microphone up, and I've got my hand on my hip with a very judgmental look like. So there was that, and the other time I was on GMTV dressed as a lion.
Amazing.
Yes.
Why?
It was
Nice.
it was when I was 19, and I had a summer job as Rory the Lion, the mascot of Derby's Golden Jubilee celebrations in 2002. So they did an outside broadcast Jubilee weekend, and they staged a street party at 7:15 and 8:15 in the morning in Derby City Centre, and we all had to dance, me included, which I didn't care because I had like 6 feet of foam over me, so nobody noticed. But if you look at the clip again, further viewing, that clip is on YouTube. There's the organizer of the festival, the mayor, and the dean of the cathedral all having to dance as well, and they look so self-conscious. So we'll get back to the comments. Wow. Okay. The cheese continues. Did you know Edam is made backwards?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Daniel. Roger, these puns are driving me crackers. A crackers pun to go with the cheese puns. Graham, do my joke, Alex. Shall we? Shall we?
Yeah, okay. Do it. I don't know what it is, but do it.
See, Graham, if it's tricky to pronounce, then you're going to lose a bit of the impact. John was lamenting us moving on from the cheese stories before we'd even finished. # bring back the cheese. You have unleashed a web of cheese. Cry, laugh. Lovely. Nice one, Ian. Lovely. I was in the audience for a few WrestleManias, but no speaking parts. My claim to fame, local news, in a pub singing songs of last night of the Cornish proms. Lovely. Talking more about TV appearances, wasn't Alex on Crime Watch? John responded, his lookalike was. George responded, Matt Hancock. I do not look like Matt Hancock.
Oh shit! Do you know what? I do, Alex. I do see it slightly.
Yeah.
Certain angles, and it worries me a little bit. Rebecca,
I feel my hatred growing towards you.
I didn't miss the Edam pun. I didn't miss the Edam pun. Please, can we see Rory the Lion? Yes, she knows about Rory. If I can find the clip, then I'll get her on. All this stuff for cheese is beginning to grate now.
Love it.
Oh God.
Rim shot. Denied.
That's bad. That was very bad. We shall finish now with something slightly different. We're going to finish with a game I've devised, and I think you're going to like it. Let's play the Channel 5 Program Maker. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip into these two pots, which contain random most used words in the dross that Channel 5 churns out.
Oh, incredible.
Then I'll come to each of you in turn, and you'll then have to sell that program to me like I'm the audience. Okay, so is everyone happy with that? Okay.
Down for that.
I'll go first as a example. Okay, so the first one is the Yorkshire Vet. The Yorkshire Vet, Princess Anne. Tonight at 9 p.m. on Channel 5, Princess Anne retrains in Leeds. I was going to say Sheffield, but then I stopped and went for Leeds for some reason. Join us as we track HRH's journey from Princess to having her hand up a cow's arse. Tonight at 9 on 5. Thank you. Right. Cool. Thank you very much.
Tuning in for that.
Lovely. Who'd like to go next?
Let's get it over with. Come on.
Go for it, bud. Go for it.
Gary,
come on.
Gary, your program is the first one. The Secret Life of... Benefits. So your program tonight at 9 on 5. Sell it to us. The Secret Life of Benefits.
Tonight at 9 p.m. on 5. Watch The Secret Life of Benefits, where we delve into the massive tellies and acres of booze and fags that all benefit claimants seem to be able to buy these days. Just as Tory baiting, make you all angry at their massive, massive tellies.
Right, that's summing up the essence of a lot of Channel 5's.
I think that's the entire schedule in it.
I swear.
I think I've seen that show.
Yeah.
I think I have as well, actually.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. They, honest to God, they put out Benefits Got Talent once. I swear. Honestly. Right.
I swear they're not allowed to have too many talents, otherwise it'll be reduced, won't it?
That's exactly it.
Yeah, they're getting knocked. Right, who's next? Who wants to go next?
Go for it.
Okay, we'll go Jay, and then we'll go next. Jay, your program is. Whoa, hello. This one's.
I'm worried I'm not going to know what one of these are.
It starts with can't pay, we'll take it. To ABBA.
Fucking brilliant.
So Jay, tonight at 9 on 5, sell it to us. Can't pay, we'll take it to ABBA.
Right, hold on. Let me try and compose myself.
Okay, breathe.
Tonight at 9 p.m. on Channel 5, a one-off special in which ABBA launch a contest to search for one person that is deserving of their money. I'm going to go with money. Yeah. Can you convince ABBA to buy your shit? I feel like I'd just watch the show anyway with just the time. I don't think I need anything else.
Surely the sort of tagline for can't pay, we'll take it. ABBA should be the winner takes it all. Surely that should be
beautiful.
That was beautiful. That was. I
write one a year.
So it's up to you next. So we'll have a dig through. Let's have a look. So your first one is the Great Plague. In Buckingham Palace.
Okay.
So Nath, tonight at 9 on 5, why should we watch The Great Plague in Buckingham Palace?
Okay, tonight at 9 on 5, The Great Plague in Buckingham Palace. You were prepared for locusts. You were prepared for rivers of blood. Were you prepared for Prince Andrew? I'll just leave it there. Fuck it, we're done.
What else is needed? That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
I can't wait for the Woking special.
Very nice. Very nice. I've had a compliment in the comments. Anne-Marie Hughes, you're a non-slappable Hancock. Thanks. I'll take that.
That's quite nice.
I'll take that. I will take that.
I feel like that's the biggest backdoor insult I've ever heard.
No, I'll take that as a compliment. Compliments are a bit thin on the ground at the moment. So that's cool. So that is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I know, tragic, isn't it? So, yes. Oh,
you've forgotten again.
Oh, man. I'm a misogynist as well as a racist.
It's a cancel. You've stuck her in the corner and you just keep forgetting about her.
Right, I tell you what we'll do. I'll give you your piece of paper, and then I'll sin bin myself for a couple of minutes while you do that, because I think that's what's needed. So I mean, I've got a new sound effect that's sort of like close to this.
I can't words good.
I have to replace that for think instead of words. So okay then. So Rebecca, with sincere apologies.
That's okay. I was just looking forward to it.
Oh, hello. This is starting well. Court on. Court on the Yorkshire Vet. So, Rebecca, what should we watch tonight at 9? Court on the Yorkshire Vet.
Okay. Tonight at 9 p.m. on 5, join us for a challenging look at Court on the Yorkshire Vet as we explore the many facets of the Yorkshire Vet and his many exploits. Fuck, this is hard. And his many exploits. and his many zany exploits as you send in videos of all the crazy adventures of the animals. Where's that going? Catch us. Sorry.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Does anyone fancy doing another? I've got quite a few bits left over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Nath. Okay. There we go. One more quick one. Secret Life of the Thames.
Of the what?
Secret Life of the Thames with Jane McDonald.
Okay.
Away you go.
So tonight at 9 p.m. on 5, we have Secret Life of the Thames with Jane McDonald. After the 7 seas have thrown her off of every cruise ship, she now bubbles her way down the Thames on a pedalo, singing a medley of ABBA songs.
Very nice. Very
That's
nice.
on next week. I tell you that.
I watched that. I just watched that.
That sounds like lockdown TV at its finest.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Right, I think we've solved Channel 5's summer schedule for them.
I think we have.
Yeah, we have. Anne-Marie, beautiful. Prince Andrew, she's enjoying that. Ishikon, enjoying this with lots of clapping face emojis. No one puts Rebecca Turner in the corner. I know. I'm sorry. That's bad. Rebecca Rowan McKenzie, Nathan's got a new career path out of this, working at Channel 5, which is good.
I need a job. I need a fucking job. So.
Your true colours are showing tonight, Alex. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Bad diction and a really bad memory. That's the only thing I'm guilty of. I have tears running down my face. Please, always invite me to this. All right, and Anne-Marie, it's a date. Every weekend. Okay. Have I definitely not forgotten anyone now? Good. We can wrap the show up before I get cancelled completely. So before we do, has anybody got anything that they want to plug? Even if it is just your socials.
Follow me.
All my socials
Well, hang on. Well,
sorry.
carry
Go on, Jay.
Go.
You can follow me.
Oh God.
I'll shush now.
All right, okay.
Go on, Jay.
Jay.
I'm out of shirt. Fucking hell. I think I said earlier, I'm at Sandy Wrights everywhere. I've also got a podcast that's out at the minute called J Chats. You can find that everywhere. Alex, when you pulled that out, it looked like I was plugging my show.
It's like tonight,
Tonight, J Chats. But yeah, just if you go to @SandyRice, you'll see everything, all the shit that I'm doing.
Don't oversell it. Kerry.
You can follow me at Ridiculous Gangster 1202 on Twitter and Facebook. So yeah, do that. Or not?
Okay. Rebecca.
Yeah. I monthly I run an online surreal weird comedy show called Clog Comedy, and the next gig is on the 25th of February at 8 p.m. and it streams to my comedy Facebook page at Bex Turner Comedy on the 25th of Feb.
Excellent. And Nath, anything to plug?
Nothing specifically to plug. If you go to search Griffin and Jones Magic into YouTube, I'm not a comedian. we've uploaded a new show reel that could do with a few new views from when we used to do shows and have fun and stuff. And then we're contactable on all. Yeah, we're contactable on all the usual socials at Griffin and Jones Magic. You'll find us. It's just how the web works.
Splendid. Weirdly, I've got something to plug as well, because next weekend I'm one of the hosts at the Who at Hoylake online Doctor Who convention. So it's their second year doing it online because COVID and what have you. So Saturday the 6th of February, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So throughout all of that, at various points, I'll be popping up talking to Doctor Who stars of yesteryear. And also, there will be a awkward question time Doctor Who themed special.
That sounds incredible. That sounds absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it does.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you think so. John Morris says, that was great, everyone. Can we please end by saying cheese?
No.
So, no. All right, yeah. Sorry, John. Nathan has spoken. So that is it. Thanks to everyone watching. Thanks to my panel once again. So we'll do some mutual waving as we say goodbye. Cheers, guys. Stick around for a quick chat while the credits roll. And my speaker is beeping at me for some weird reason. So until next week, everybody stay awkward.